my friends, and what I even look like a f***ing teacher. Look at this. This is a teacher dress. You can't convince me otherwise. Cottagecore lesbian teacher dress. But still a teacher dress. Hello my friends, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Alicia, and thanks for clicking on this video. This is annoying me. It's fine. It'll be fine. He's still trying to get out of his cage. It's been 2 weeks since I filmed a video last. And he's still trying to escape. I've let him out. He's actually sat on my finger a few times now, but he's still... For those of you who don't know, I'm referring to my budgie, Alfie. I got him 2 weeks ago. He hates me. Hi, hello, yes, I'm back. It's only been 2 weeks this time. It's a miracle. Today I'm going to be teaching you about some things that I did not learn about in school because they weren't in the curriculum, and I think they probably should have been. Meaning I have no qualifications for this. Because I have no professional education on any of this. This is just from research that I've done in my spare time or just things that I've learned over time. I am only 18 years old and I know pretty much nothing about actually teaching people things. So this is going to be a chaotic mess, but we're going to do it anyway because I'm bored. We're going to start off with self-love and self-care, which is incredibly simple and should be something that we all get taught at some point, but no, that's not in the curriculum. They teach us how to find the third side of a triangle, but not how to love ourselves. A little bit, that doesn't add up in here, but okay. So yeah, through our entire schooling lives, we're basically taught to criticize ourselves on just about everything we do in order to get good grades and make us do our best work, because there's always room for improvement and all that. But I think in my entire 12 years of school, I had a grand total of 2 teachers say anything about self-love, which I think is mildly concerning, so I'm going to talk about it. Not that I'm a professional in this area or anything. I mean, I'm very mentally ill, despite appearing fine to most people, so I'm definitely not the best person to come to for tips about self-care. But here we are. I'm going to try and provide some anyway. Firstly, get enough sleep. Yes, I'm a hypocrite. I don't do that. If you watch my TikToks, you know, most of them are filmed at about 2 AM, but it is very important for mental health and physical health to get enough sleep. I am trying to work on it. I said that about 2 years ago, I think, in a different video, but, you know, still trying. Still not going according to plan, but, you know, it's fine. Drink water. Again, I'm a hypocrite. Clearly. But drink water. It's healthy. Just gonna put that down. You know what? Right now, go get a glass of water. I'm gonna go get a glass of water too, and we can have our glass of water together because I don't think I've had any water today, and that's concerning. So, I'll be back. No? Not interested? Okay. He didn't want to talk to me. Anyway. Glass of water. Hydration. Try to have a relatively nutritional diet. I'm not going to say healthy because, speaking as someone who has dealt with body dysmorphia and body image issues and disordered eating, healthy often translates in my brain to low calorie, and that's not what I'm saying. Calm down. I'm not going to go into all the gory details of body image issues today in this video because that's not what I'm here for. I'm just here to say, try and eat a relatively nutritional diet because it's good for your brain. It is, trust me. There's research. Make sure to give yourself plenty of breaks when you're working. If that's as a student or at a paid job, you still need to be taking breaks because otherwise you'll just burn out. Been there, done that. It's not much fun. There's a therapist who I've been following on TikTok for a while. I can't remember her username. If I do remember it when I'm editing this, I'll put it on the screen somewhere. But she recently made a video saying that if you take a break and spend that entire break feeling guilty and stressing about taking said break, it does not count as a break. And I think that's something a lot more people need to hear and understand because you're not actually giving your brain any rest if you spend the entirety of the break stressing. If that makes sense. She explained it much better than I did. How to cope with mental illness and trauma. Like, when I was in school, we talked about mental illness in about 2 classes, and we never really discussed how to cope with it. just what it was, and there's a big difference there. So I'm going to try and give you some tips on how to deal with it. Here I am being a hypocrite once again. Talk to people about it. Talk to someone, a friend, a family member, a colleague, a teacher, a significant other, somebody who cares about you and who might be able to help you get through it, even if they're not a professional, actually therapist. That should have been on the list. It wasn't, but it should have been. Hello, this is Editing Alicia. I would just like to say that the rest of this video is actually filmed on a completely different day to what you have just seen, because when I was I filmed the whole video on one day, and then I was editing it, and my editing app glitched and deleted the rest of my footage. Thanks for that, video shop. So I had to refilm the rest of it on a different day. That's why it looks different and I sound different, I think. Yeah. Sorry about that, but it's a thing. Understand that your trauma and mental illness is not just going to go away overnight, and some days are going to be a lot harder than others. Something that often helps me on my bad days is to remember that I'm still going. You know, like, I have made it through everything that's happened until this point, and I haven't given up yet. That mindset won't work for everyone, and that's okay. You've just got to remember to find something that does work for you. Make sure to remember that it's okay to take time for yourself, and you don't always have to be working. Your job on this earth is not purely to make others happy. How to make friends. I know technically being in school in itself it's supposedly supposed to teach you how to make friends, but it doesn't. For a lot of people, me especially, I don't know how to talk to people. How do I... what? But yes, it is easier said than done. I know this because I too struggle to make friends. I know everyone says this, but don't pretend to be someone you're not in order to get people to like you. Because then they're not friends with you, they're friends with the person that you created to get them to hang out with you. And it's so exhausting trying to keep up that alternative persona all the time when you're around them. It's just not worth it. For example, my best friend, who I met in year 8, we literally only became friends because our lockers were directly next to each other, and we would bond over the amount of time it took to walk between classes when we started high school, and also the fact that we constantly got lost. It's fine. But over that time, we established that we're both absolute nerds. She introduced me to Dan and Phil, I dragged her down the hole that is Harry Potter, and voila, here we are today. Basically, what I'm saying is make friends who share similar interests, and I'm sure you'll be fine. Yes, it's still gonna be hard to actually get to the talking bit if you have social anxiety like me, but, you know, you'll get there eventually, hopefully. Otherwise, I don't know how to help you. I don't know how to help myself most of the time, though, so that's not a personal thing. Literally anything to do with the LGBTQ+ community, like queer history, nope, didn't get taught anything about it. I did not know until, like, grade 6 that not everyone was attracted to everyone. When I got to grade 6 and all the girls were talking about getting boyfriends and stuff, and I was just kind of there like, what if I want a girlfriend? I didn't say that because I'd figured out by that point that no one else felt that way, so I thought I must be weird. But that's what was going on in my head. I was like, why does no one else talk about that? What's going on? And then I got into high school, and I genuinely did not know what the term gay or lesbian meant until year 8. I'm not kidding. Just, it wasn't there. I didn't know. And I had never heard of bisexuality or pansexuality until about year 9. I didn't know that being non-binary was a thing until year 11, because no one told me. There is no queer education in schools, and it's stupid. Because it just makes people like me think that we're some different breed of human for our entire life, which doesn't... It's not good for us, okay? Mentally. It's not good. Anyway, quick rundown of what I do know. I'm not going to pretend to know everything because, well, I don't, but, you know, I'm going to make an effort to educate some people on some things. From what I understand, the term lesbian can refer to anyone who is a non-male attracted to other non-males, but most people just use it to refer to a woman who is attracted to other women. Gay can be used as an umbrella term to refer to anyone attracted to the same gender, but a lot of the time it's just used to refer to non-females attracted to other non-females, or men attracted to other men. Bisexuality is attraction to two or more genders. I used to think it was just two genders, because that's just what I'd always understood the word bi to mean, meaning two. Apparently that was wrong. I've said it in some previous videos, and I got a lot of comments going, "You're wrong, you need to change it!" And I was like, okay, sorry. But yeah, two or more genders. That doesn't limit it to male and female. It's inclusive of non-binary genders and a whole lot of things that I don't know about probably, but that's the basic explanation. Pansexual is just similar to bi, but it specifies that you're attracted to all genders. That's me. I'm attracted to everyone. It's a problem. No, that's not true. I'm not attracted to everyone. I'm attracted to like 7 different guys and every female ever, and then some non-binary people in there. Like, it's complicated, okay? Asexual is when you experience no sexual attraction to anyone. You can still experience romantic attraction if you're asexual, and the opposite to that is aromantic, where you don't experience any romantic attraction, but you can experience sexual attraction. And then there's people who are aromantic and asexual and don't experience any attraction to anyone ever. I hope that made sense. I'm speaking really fast. When I filmed this video the first time 2 days ago, I had 40 minutes of footage. I'm about halfway through my list and I'm only on 11 minutes, so I think I'm talking a lot faster now than I was then, but it's fine. And then there's the trans community. The basic ones that I know about are female to male, male to female, and female or male to non-binary. I'm not going to go into too much detail about the trans community solely because I am not trans and I don't feel like I can speak for them. So I'm going to leave that to someone who actually knows what they're talking about. But yeah, basically just don't invalidate people based on what they want to identify as. That doesn't make sense. Why? It's not hurting you. Just leave it. How to succeed in interviews and get jobs. In the Australian education system, we actually do have a class for this. It's called PLP, or Personal Learning Plan? I think that's what PLP stands for. I don't actually remember clearly in my brain because I always just used to call it Pointless Learning Plan because I hated the class. It was so boring and I don't actually think I retained a lot of information from it. We do have a class for it. I didn't learn much from it, mainly because the teacher just wasn't interesting and I didn't pay attention. Some things I have picked up over the time that I wasn't in that class that I've actually retained because I was actually interested in learning the information at this point. Practice questions are your friend. I know everyone says that, and you're probably sick of hearing it. Trust me, me too, but it's true. At just about every job interview, there will probably be some variation of the question, why do you want this job? Or like, why is this job a good fit for you? Or why did you apply for this job? You know, like something along those lines. Have an answer prepared. And don't let them fool you by changing words, it still means the same thing. Like what I said about making friends, don't pretend to be someone you're not, because then they're not hiring you, they're hiring the person you pretended to be at the interview, and that's not always you, and it's exhausting to keep up that persona. Fun. I know this seems relatively obvious, but apply for a job you're actually interested in. Otherwise, your work life is just going to be hell. It's going to be so boring, you're going to hate it. Be enthusiastic when you meet the other people who work there. If they like you, they're more likely to hire you. What a surprise! Time management is something that definitely should be talked about more often. Despite the fact that a lot of high school students and probably primary school students don't want to hear it, you do need to learn to manage your time when you're learning things. I didn't want to hear it. I'm terrible in managing my time. I have no time management skills, but I'm going to try and give you some tips anyway. Use a planner or a calendar to mark out important dates or things that you need to get done. I have currently got this calendar here where I mark out days that I'm going to be at work or when I start uni in a couple of weeks. I've got my orientation day marked on there. Don't leave things until the last minute. Yes, hello, being a hypocrite again. I always leave things till the last minute and it's not good. I've heard a few people say aim to have things done about a week before you actually need to have them done. So then you have that extra week afterwards if you still need it to fix things up or whatever. And lastly, make sure to schedule time for yourself. Don't just schedule work or things that you have to get done for school. Make sure to schedule time for you. I don't do that, but you should. Taxes and managing finance. I know nothing about taxes, so I'm not going to be able to give you any tips on that. I have never done a tax return. I don't know how taxes work. I was never taught. I'll figure it out at some point, I'm sure, but I don't know yet, so I'm not going to try and teach you because that's going to be a nightmare. Finance managing, I'm still not great at, but I'm trying. So I'm going to try and give you some tips there. I have a jar. This jar is how I save money at the moment. Well, I mean, I have a bank account and I do put money in there and like save it that way as well. But this is like money saving up for specific things. Like this was originally saving up for a new phone. I ended up just using the money that was in my spending bank account for the new phone, and then this is for something else, probably laptop repairs, because as you can see I haven't got it back yet. And what I do with this jar is if I get money in, you know, like a Christmas card or a gift, any $20 notes and up go in the jar. And if I have gone out somewhere and I've spent cash, if I've gone out somewhere and I've spent cash, when I get home I look in my purse, and if there's any gold coins in my purse, they also go in the jar. That way I'm not putting all my cash in there, so I've still got some on me when I go out places, but I am, you know, definitely setting some aside for future things. I don't know if that'll work for you, it might not, but it works for me, so I do it. Also with the jar, it helps me to have a clear glass jar rather than like a metal tin or something to that degree, just because then I have a visual representation of how much I've saved, and that helps me to keep going. Another tip that I've received from a few people, I don't live on my own yet, so I don't pay bills or anything, but when you do move out of the house to live on your own and you have to pay for bills and groceries and all that fun stuff, try to always make sure you have a certain amount set aside for those necessities, bills, groceries, any emergencies that might arise. Yeah, that's just generally a good idea. Cool, that's all the tips I have for you on money, because I'm useless. Also, before I say goodbye, I just want to show you this. It's a stress toy that I bought yesterday because I was having an anxious day and I needed something to distract myself. So it's fun to play with, okay? I got it from Typo, it's great. Thanks for sticking around all the way to the end if you did, that's very much appreciated. I always love when people watch my whole videos instead of just 3 minutes in. I hope this helped someone with something, or was just mildly entertaining in some way, that'd be great too. If you did enjoy it or if it helped you, then please hit the like button and the subscribe button if you haven't done that already, and if you want to get notified when I upload videos, which, let's be real, isn't very often, you can hit the bell icon, that'll tell you. I upload sometimes, on Sundays usually. Not every Sunday though, that hasn't happened in quite a while, I'm sorry. And if you want to see more of me when I'm not uploading videos, then you can follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, and TikTok, except not Tumblr because I don't use it. I don't know why I still put that in my outro, I'm sorry. This week's quote of the week is...
Nope, no, you don't. No, you don't. I'm saving Shiro.
Who are you?
Who am I? The name's Lance.
I guarantee you that was from either Voltron or Lucifer. I don't know which one yet, I haven't decided, but it's going to be one of them. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day. Please continue to be wonderful people, make the world a better place, and never let anyone dull your sparkle. I will see you guys next time with another video. Goodbye. That was weird. I normally do it that side. Okay. Also, I don't know why I've started doing that, but I have, so I think I've just watched Hello Internet one too many times. It's fine. Bye-bye!